everybody with Forever Football Show. I'm getting the place of Alberto today because I think I have the rights after Napoli's game.
The best game of the week.
The best game of the week was my team, and we won an amazing game, and I think we are pretty close to being Champions League. So, and with me, of course, Erin Lane and Alberto Salto. So, but Alberto, take over, please.
Oh, no problem. As I said, the best game of the week, the most exciting league worldwide, I would say. And we'll have a lot to talk about Italy. Lots of great things. The Sounders tying. Philadelphia surprisingly leading the East Coast, the East Division for the MLS. An interesting week to talk about. And so we'll get started covering the Sounders, of course. Erin, another tie, but at least we scored goals this time around.
Yeah.
And we started with the scoring, which was even more surprising.
Yeah, right. So, I mean, start with 2 losses, 2 ties. Hopefully we get 2 wins next. But, I think it's progressively getting better, though I kind of feel like our problems are shifting. First we couldn't score, now we can't defend. I know Filippo was talking about that earlier today. And I mean, maybe it's them building up all preseason with Hurtado in the back, like planning on him playing, but then after he didn't play so well in the first couple of games, they kind of dumped him for Yanni, going for the old partnership. But I'm not sure that was the smartest move. Hurtado being a defender of the year his first year, and then just kind of throwing him to the wayside when he's just coming back from injury. I feel like they got to kind of stick with him if they want him to get back up to par.
I think we have to see the Sanders game from different perspective. I totally agree with Darren. We were talking before. So they played very good offensively this time, but defense was very bad. And I think with Montero on the field, though, they had pretty good chance to win that game. Even though still there is something I don't understand about Sanders. Seeing the first game with the LA Galaxy, very compact team. They were kind of unlucky and they lost the game. Same thing with it was Houston, right? The second game,
right.
yeah.
New
So the
Year.
20, how many
At home,
shots?
Houston.
26, 29 shots in the
Incredible. And all this far. It was not even it was just a little bit of calibration.
Exactly. And then now again, they played well. They scored, but they couldn't defend. And it seems very weird. I don't know if there is still something they have to work on. And the new guy Rosales, he really brings something with him.
I
think
like
it's,
his style.
it's good. I think it's kind of chaotic sometimes, but I think it's good.
What I'm feeling is that there's also these goals that we are getting, like these screamers from long distance. And 2 things are happening. Well, 3. Number 1, the other teams are getting lucky, but we are giving the space for them to try. And honestly, I think that Keller is jumping a little bit too late to these balls.
Yeah, I pointed out to Filippo as well. Filippo, has his reservations about Keller. I know. But,
Always.
again, we see another goal that goes in that he gets a pretty strong hand to, and you have to think, if he was a few years younger, that'd be tipped over the bar instead of, slipping past him and going in.
Yeah, but he's the leader.
It's happening a little bit too often.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
and this season at least 2 or 3 times already.
The first goal with LA Galaxy was a huge shot, very good shot, but still, he was late on the ball.
Yeah.
And same thing yesterday. I don't think he had any. It was not. We cannot blame on him with the goal that he got against Houston. But yesterday, totally, he did some good saves too. We have to be honest. But he's the leader of the team. It's very difficult to put him in discussion. But still,
Yeah, because we cannot. It's not a matter of like one play or one. It's one play that generated a goal, but there's all the other plays where he's organizing the team, leading the defense players. It's not a matter of, but those were avoidable moments, in my opinion.
Yeah, and the other thing that I think about Seattle, I think they need some energy. That's what they need. When you look this team, it seems the same team that they built 2 years ago. They did so well in the first years. 2 USA Cup, they did well in the MLS, and now it seems to me that they're kind of tired of.
We are waiting for Balotelli.
Yeah.
Adriano's already off the market.
Yeah.
But we still have Balotelli, and now I just vote for another player. Just brought it up, Jô.
Okay.
He's a Brazilian player, benched for Manchester City, and I think he would be a very good player because he's a player that is disciplined, Um, he's not a starter in the Premier League because of the obviously
So he doesn't come
because
with the ego.
David Silva, Tevez, everybody in that team, Balotelli. But he comes with a working mentality, and he's a very good contributor to any team that he has ever been.
Did you suggest him to the Sun?
I will make the claim.
Yeah, because it seems to me that really they don't have to, they didn't invest too much this year. Actually, they are losing players instead of getting players. And even with Rosales, I don't think they paid him too much in terms of salary.
But I'm liking the way that he's playing. He
Yeah.
brings that Argentine
Yeah,
fight for every ball, kind of like how Tevez plays, how
Yeah.
Maradona used to play.
Yeah.
But again, he's not them.
Yeah.
And sometimes he just fight too much with the ball. And that's something I don't like in players, but of course for MLS is more than good.
Yeah, we are excited about the prospects. Now let's talk a little bit about the other teams. Now that we have some games already in the pocket, and in the West Division, the usual suspects with LA, Real, and Colorado leading
Yeah.
the board and supposedly qualifying if the playoffs were today. And then the surprises on the other in the other league
Philadelphia.
with
being the big
Philadelphia
one.
leading
Yeah.
on the top.
Yeah. So, and what's nice to see about Philadelphia though is they've kind of changed their style from last year, where last year, the first year, they were kind of just roughing up teams as best they could to kind of throw them off their game. This year, they're actually playing a little bit more true football, true soccer, and actually have a little bit more respectable game. And Latu still playing
Scoring,
wonderfully with
assisting.
them, yeah. So
I was very happy.
Maybe we're miss. Maybe that's who we miss here.
Yeah, yeah. I was very talking about the East Division. I was very happy about the guy who plays for Washington DC. The guy, the comeback.
Davis.
Davis. Yeah, I
Yeah.
was so happy for him, and then he scored two wonderful goals. First one penalty, even the second one was a good goal. And after his story and all he went through, I think it's a very nice story to tell.
yeah,
And people were happy for him also in Europe because he played in France,
yeah.
and they were very happy the fact that he came back and now
Absolutely.
is a player again.
And the other team to look there is Vancouver. Vancouver is actually ahead of Sounders in the. Portland is still down,
Yeah.
which is I think that's the measure,
That's-
right?
Yeah, that's
We
the
can be
main-
bad, but if Portland is still below, there's still
Yeah,
hope.
That's all right.
Yeah.
But Vancouver is ahead of us, and we are out of qualification zone. We talked many times. It's a forgiving
we're
league, but
four games in.
Yeah, but again, I think they need some energy because
Yeah.
the team is not bad. They totally can make the playoffs, but they need some energy. They are not playing so bad. It's just that it's something new, and I don't. I
Well,
don't-
and maybe that DP signing at some point during the season will do that for him. To take the place of Kufo.
Yeah.
After he left.
yeah. Well, we'll almost closing with the Sounders. The other big news of the week is that finally announced. The rumors were out there, but now we know the friendly game in May,
yeah.
May 28th, is against Manchester United. So that
Yeah.
that should be pretty
I
exciting.
was already checking for tickets, but I have to wait a little bit more.
And hopefully they'll bring the entire squad. And who knows? It might be when they come here that they could be the Champions League.
Yeah.
The champions of the Champions
Actually,
League.
here was it was good for Barcelona because when they came here, when they went with all the trophy that they won in Europe, maybe it's just good luck also for Manchester United. They can come here with a cup as well.
Exactly. And so with that, we'll close the first segment of Forever Football Show today. And now when we come back, we're going to travel around the world and obviously land in Italy, where we're going to spend tons of time talking about Milan, talk about Napoli, talk about Lazio.
It's a huge week today.
Stay with us, Forever Football Show.